Dracula, and he's like a mean boss. It's great.
So, what I will say, Max, is I finally watched The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yes, what'd you think?
Oh,
I know.
Like, it's so good.
Oh, God.
It's so good. From beginning to end, like, as a satire, as an homage to Nicolas Cage's career, from beginning to end. That movie is beautifully crafted.
He plays himself perfectly. Like he is that pretentious. It's great. And then and I love the thing with like Nikki. It's young Nick. Like it's great. I love that movie.
It's really good.
And Pedro Pascal like getting all high with Nicolas Cage. That's fucking awesome.
I think one of my favorite scenes is towards the beginning when they run up to the cliffside there, and Pedro Pascal is like, "You can only do one thing, Nicolas Cage. Like, run from them. The general is after us."
I know. Oh my god. I think my favorite scene might have been when they switched shoes.
Oh, that's pretty good too. It's the unbearable weight of massive talent.
Yeah.
Essentially, the plot of the movie is Nicolas Cage plays himself.
Yes.
And Pedro Pascal is a very rich like guy that is like obsessed with Nicolas Cage movies. So all of us. And he invites us to a birthday party.
That sounds perfect.
But then it turns into like this action thriller.
Yeah, it's like a spy thriller and it's great.
I'm watching the trailer right now.
Yo, Alex.
The trailer doesn't do it justice. It's so good.
Alex, you're louder than Simon, and you're cutting out a few, like a little bit.
Okay, all right. I'll try to keep it down.
Well, I'm also talking loud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'll keep it down. I think you just normal.
Hey, you guys ready to kick this off?
Yeah, let's do this thing.
All right, guys. Welcome to Crook and Murder. Today we will be discussing the Willow Wisps. I'll be your host, Kenny Crook Irish Kirby. And you may know me as the dude who's currently watching a fireplace. I'll be joined today by my co-host, Maxwell Murder.
I'm Maxwell Murder, and you might know me as the guy who's now on many, many watch lists for the thing that Kirby sent me.
This is actually true. Yeah. Okay, so I sent him a package with the name Maxwell Murder on it. And it got returned to FedEx.
All sorts of fucking databases.
Yeah. Whoops. It's okay. I was already on him.
Yeah, I mean, I probably am too, with half the shit I'm researching. I am also joined today by our new co-host, Simon. You want to say anything about yourself, Simon?
Hi there.
He's a man of few words.
Wonderful.
A little bit of he's my protege. I like that.
And of course, we're joined by special guest Alex.
And you will know me as the guy that's on the database from reading and getting a book from two Chinese generals or colonels that wrote How They're Going to Take Over America. That was written in like the late 1990s. But it was a school project, so should be safe.
And now we're all on FBI watch list. All good.
Well, you know, I was responsible for indictments that were handed down for some pretty high-ranking people in North Korea when I worked at a company.
Well, we're all sorts of bugs.
I know. I can't go to China. They'll probably rendition me.
I would never want to go there.
Anyways, we're gonna start. This is really a very heavy episode. We're gonna be talking about science and murder. No,
science, bitch.
Yeah, actually, this is about the Will-O-Wisps. Let's see. I kind of know them, but let's dig in. Do you know someone who is afraid of the dark? Well, now they can also be afraid of the light. These playful, malevolent assholes will catfish, waylay travelers, and lead them to an unexpected demise.
So if you see one on Tinder, just stay away.
Join us as we dissect the Will-O-Wisp.
I mean, I hope you know a little bit about the Will-O-Wisp, because I asked everybody to read the fucking outline.
No, yes, of course. I I also know a little bit about them from the movie Brave.
I've never seen Brave.
Oh, it's actually pretty good.
I just know that I had a redhead in it.
I'm
Yeah.
Googling right now.
There's a will-o-wisp in it. There's also, you know what? I think there's a. Why do I feel like there's a fantasy something that I've watched that has a will-o-wisp?
Dude, probably some type of Studio Ghibli, I'm sure.
Yeah.
At some point had some sort of like, maybe not Will-O-Wisp, because in Kirby you can chime in at any point, but Will-O-Wisp do we know the origin,
Yeah.
kind of region?
We're
gonna
actually
get
going
into
to
it.
delve into the origins of the Will-O-Wisps.
Like,
And the
so-
movie you're thinking of is Spirited Away.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Or My
Yeah.
Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah. In the movies, they're portrayed as like something helpful, like you can cast a spell and go, and then the wisp appears and like lights your way to your treasure. Maybe that's from
Not
a
in The
game?
Witcher.
Fuck.
I'm pretty sure they try to kill you in The Witcher.
Oh yeah, definitely in the Witcher. Everything
Well,
tries to kill you
everything
in the
tries
Witcher.
to kill you in The Witcher.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's get into it. Okay, well, we're gonna talk about their origin story, and then we'll get to their stat sheet. Okay, a gentleman was walking home one dark night when he glimpsed a bright light off the beaten path. Curiosity kicked in, and the drugs, and the man chose to follow the swaying illumination. After some time, a shadowy figure holding a small lantern materialized far in the distance. Transfixed by this strangeness, the man doubled his efforts to catch the elusive shape. However, his intuition eventually kicked in, and he glimpsed down. What he saw scared the poop out of him. I'm going to reread that. What he saw scared the living poop out of him. There we go.
I love how that just stopped you in your tracks.
I know, it's a good one. I was trying to think about how I was going to read it beforehand, but I just kind of went with it. He was standing at the edge of a gorge. Far below him, water rushed violently past. With this startling realization, a demonic shape holding a lantern appeared before him. The figure laughed maniacally and blew out the light, leaving the man in the dark at the edge of a cliff, with only the echoes of insanity to keep him company.
Well, that sounds so. I just want to say,
That's the end of the story, I guess.
are Will-O-Wisps? Do they provide light? Because you said he glimpsed a bright light off the beaten path, but then it blew out his lantern, leaving him in the dark.
It's a guiding light.
I'm confused.
It guides you through the swamps into death.
It guides them.
Yeah, so that you follow the light, and then you see a fucking weirdo with a lantern in the distance. Then you get to the weirdo with the light leads you to the weirdo with the lantern, and it turns out to be a demon. And then he blows out the light, and you're on the edge of a cliff, and you don't do anything after that because that's where the story ends.
Yeah, well, I can say I've had a lot of dreams about falling off cliffs and just falling endlessly. So
I know, it's pretty bad.
I mean, I guess you could just wait till dawn. I mean, he could just
That's
like
what I was
sit
thinking.
just set up a little camp at the edge of a cliff.
Yeah.
down.
Well, it's dark out. Like you could just be like, well, it's gonna get light sometime.
Yeah, but if you're at the top of a cliff, I won't mind this way. I don't have any shelter. This is gonna be pretty cold. Well,
Fucking dude, look. What else are you gonna do? Walk off the edge of a cliff? I mean, I'd much rather deal with the cold than, fall into the rushing waters below.
Yeah.
If I'm in a dream, I would definitely want to jump in the rushing waters.
Depends.
I mean, okay.
There's some days I would even just do that.
Okay, let's.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's true.
God.
Want to go on water rafting?
Yes.
Dude,
Just
team
got
building
dark.
exercise is the podcast. Let's go whitewater rafting.
Yes, I'm in. I'm always
was
down
just-
for water sports.
I was thinking about what I would do if I were in a video game and that happened, and I'd just turn around.
What would you do in real life?
Turn up the brightness settings.
Just
Like you would just turn around.
I just turn around. Okay, we're gonna get. This is my favorite part of any of these. We're gonna talk stats. We're gonna talk stat sheets. Okay, so the name Will-O-Wisp In literature, the name metaphorically refers to an unattainable hope or goal or something sinister and strange. Those are two very different things, but that's okay. Other names: jack-o'-lantern, peg-a-lantern, the hobby lantern, the friar's lantern, kitty candlestick.
That's a real name. I'm not no.
Kitty candlestick. All right, just saying it
I
right
also
now.
kind of want to jump back to Peg-a-Lantern. So
Yeah. Well,
what the fuck is Peg-a-Lantern?
It's a fleshlight, but just
Yeah.
a pumpkin.
yeah, exactly.
It's a fucking
Yeah.
pumpkin.
Yeah.
You pumpkin.
Yeah, but you carve the pumpkin into a
But-
fleshlight.
Yeah, but why is it why are you pegging a lantern?
Because it's the English. Like
pegging-
they're like, oh, we call it pegging a
Okay,
lantern
well,
over here.
You have a real dick, right?
Well, I guess that's true.
Look, just break it down. If you've never fucked a gourd in your life,
Every
then
time.
you haven't lived.
It's just the tip. All right.
You're just pegging it.
And I was more interested in the
Microwave.
friar's lantern because I kind of wanted it to be the friar's taint. Okay, this next one's a little weird too.
Hey, you can
Spunk-
rename imaginary things all you want. Like,
That's true. It's true. I think someone did that here. Spunkies is another
Spunky.
name. Jenny with the lantern. I know her. She's a slut.
We all do.
Yeah. And Will the Smith.
Yo, because
Also
he
a
slapped the
slut.
shit out of Chris Rock.
Yes, he did. God damn.
Fucking
Okay.
brought him that guiding light to fucking morality, baby.
what if you just
Kirby-
follow the light and it's Will Smith and he just slaps you and disappears?
That's the last scene you see in your life. It's just
Oh my God. Jesus. That's like hell. Like over and over and over again, you're just
That's
led
Will
to this.
bitch smacking the fuck out of you.
Yeah, and then he disappears so you can't hit him back.
No, it's oh god, what's that shitty movie? Will Smith and his son. Fucking
Oh, after Earth,
After Earth. I was gonna say
I
second.
think, right? Second Life.
Same
God, that was such a God. Who wants to watch a fucking movie with just Will Smith and his son and no one else? Jesus.
Nobody.
Will
No,
Smith's
like,
wife
It's
and her
classic
daughter?
style. That's it. That's
Well, I
all.
think his son might be his daughter now. I can't remember. Anyways, we're gonna talk classifications. Douchebag ball spirit. Kirby, I have
Yeah.
a question. When you were researching this,
Uh-huh.
did you happen to have like Pornhub open in a neighboring window? Or
Listen, hey, look, all right. I don't just have Pornhub open all day, okay? I deny all of that. That's false. False
oh my
news.
Yeah,
Fake
especially
news.
since it's only open on the fucking private tab of
Max,
Firefox.
Max,
Duh.
If I did have
The only time you guys sit down, it's for the podcast.
If
Wait,
I did have Pornhub open, it would be the biggest Pornhub. It'd be the bestest Pornhub
Oh,
you've ever
God.
seen.
Jesus. Okay. Okay. All right. It's either a soul banned from hell and heaven,
So purgatory for all our listeners out
Yeah.
there.
or it's the fairy folk. Fairy folk. You spelled fairy wrong. That's okay though.
Well, then
It's a-
you're gonna
it's-
see that a lot.
It's well, no, I mean it's. I'm talking about the old timey spelling of fairy. You know, with the AE thing.
Oh yeah.
Like faces. Okay. So location. It hangs out in bogs, marshes, swamps, graveyards, and weird porn sets.
So South Carolina.
South Carolina. Yep. Yeah.
That's-
Low
The
country.
entire state.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just sums it up.
I've been there recently. It's where my girlfriend's from. Okay. We're gonna description. It's a ball of light. Sometimes it's so bright it hurts your eyes. Sometimes it's so dim you have to squint to see it.
Okay, he already brought up the Trump reference, so all I'm thinking is Trump staring at the fucking eclipse. No glasses. Just fucking squinting.
I like to stare at the sun all the time.
The
Okay.
same guy that told us to bleach ourselves to get rid of COVID.
Oh, not just bleach ourselves, inject bleach into our veins.
I did not have sexual relations with the ball of light. Okay, that's all fake news.
Well, that's like 3 presidents in one right there.
Yeah, no, you got pegged by the ball of light.
Yeah, exactly. and then she peed on me.
That's Trump's presidency in one sentence.
It is. Yes, it is. And then she peed on me. Okay. The light typically has a bluish gleam, though some reports state red. On rare occasions, a dark figure can be seen carrying the light, though its features are always too shrouded to make out. Okay, so I recently decided to sort of move forward, not necessarily in my career, but sort of branch out and maybe look at a new career in astrophysics or quantum physics or something. And this thing with the bluish gleam and the red thing, it sounds a lot like the Doppler effect and like redshift.
Ooh.
Like, so if we look out in the universe and we basically see things that are far away, they're always moving away, and the way we can tell that is because the wavelength of the light is red, whereas if it were blue, it'd be moving towards us. So that's how we know the universe is ever expanding.
So that's actually really interesting. So do you think will-o-wisps have something to do with like the illusion of objects moving away?
I think that actually it could make a lot of sense, because if you're looking at the light and like, you know, it's a supernatural sort of light and it's coming towards you, it might have a bluish gleam. But if it's moving away from you, it might be redshifted.
I mean, it should be. Yeah.
Should be. I mean,
That's the way our solar system moves. Yes.
Yes. The universe technically. So we're gonna get into a lesson here. Relativity states that, or this is where relativity comes into it. So space, like when we look at everything moving away from each other, what we see is that galaxies that are far away are moving away at a certain speed, and galaxies that are even further away are moving away even faster. And it's because space itself kind of grows between things if there's no gravity or other force to keep them together.
Correct.
And then the universe will just turn into nothing with entropy and everything. And I hope
like the end of the Big Lebowski. We're nihilists.
Yeah.
We believe in nothing.
Yes, exactly like that. They're not Nazis, Donnie. They're nihilists.
They're not even nihilists though, because they want the fucking money.
I know.
That's the great joke of that movie.
I know. I mean, it really is. I mean, they want the money so bad she cuts her toe off. Okay. All right. Powers. We're not even through the fucking stat sheet. We're good. Other than looking fabulous, the will-o-wisp may also have the gift of prophecy, a powerful omen. It can spell out imminent doom for anyone it appears to. However, it may also lead to treasure buried by thieves or fairies. Its nature is mischievous and malevolent. This ball of bullshit has no problem leading you directly to your death, whether it be a dangerous dangerous bog, or a land filled with pissed off vicious fairies. Can it be killed? No, but it can definitely be ignored.
Okay, so
I
just
must
wanna
have
say, Kirby,
Yeah.
I love the work you're doing. I love the passion, the research, the study, I love it all, man. But I really gotta say, I've been doing how many episodes with you guys at this point, and it really seems like you got a bias against Willow-Wisp. Out of everything you did, like you really got a bone to pick with these guys.
Yeah.
I think I must have been very nihilistic when I wrote this episode. Like,
Possibly. The only thing I can think of that you hated more were the what you call it, the cannibals, the Wendigos. You had a bone to pick with them too, but the bone to pick with the Wendigos was a lot more valid than I don't know, ball of light.
no, because the will-o-wisp is running around pretending to be a spiritual thing when it's not. There's a perfectly logical scientific explanation for a will-o-wisp, and we're going to get to it at the end. That's why all of this is bullshit.
Okay, I see.
Well, maybe don't lead with the bullshit next time. We need a hook, right? We need to build them up to be like, oh, maybe this could be true, and then put them down.
I'm sorry, guys. The supernatural ghosts in the forest exist.
Well, we know that, but you know, I think I'm with Kirby on this one. That it's just kind of a lame legend. I don't know.
Now,
Actually,
well,
I have a
no.
question.
Why,
Not
will-
lame. Lame isn't right.
why is it lame?
I say the
It's not-
folklore is cool, but it's not
Yeah.
real, and that's the
So
thing.
I have a question. I have like a serious question. So
Yeah.
you know, during COVID, the Navy, or was it the Air Force? The Air Force released
It was
a lot
the Navy,
of
actually.
videos. Huh?
It was the Navy.
Oh, it was the Navy. So the
Yeah.
Navy released a lot of videos.
Obviously.
A lot of videos of like
Yeah. UFOs are
UFOs, whatever they're calling them now, because they're not calling
UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah, so UAPs and everything, those are balls of light. Just a few weeks ago, just a couple weeks ago, there were balls of light over wherever it was, San Francisco, Colorado. I don't remember where it was, or Roswell. So do we think maybe the Will-O-Wisps are trying to get back at Kirby? Do we think Kirby wrote this and they're very upset and angry with him? And
They're
If
they're
there's
grouping
anybody
up.
else who's gonna go after Kirby, it would be
Yeah, exactly.
like, fuck bogs and marshes and graveyards. We're going in the sky. We're going hard.
Yep,
You know, I had something, but I forgot it.
it's okay. All right, we're gonna talk about what they are. What is a will-o-wisp?
What
A
are
willow. What are they? A will-o-wisp
They're
is
of light, right?
well. We're gonna. I think this is a pretty good explanation. An atmospheric
So
ghost light seen by travelers at night. Typically, they are attributed to ghosts, fairies, and malicious spirits. They are normally spotted over bogs, swamps, marshes, and graveyards. They appear to be flickering lanterns or lamps. When spotted in a graveyard, they are known as ghost lanterns, or what was it, the Pego lantern. Once spotted, the traveler may follow it thinking it's a safe way through. However, this usually leads to their untimely demise, though some will-o-wisps will lead, like we said, to buried treasure. Did I already read this, or was this?
no,
No.
it
No.
sounds like you read it.
No, it also sounds like there ain't a ton about Will-O-Wisps. And Kirby may be right in saying that they're a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get to the Will Smith part. This is a good one. Okay, this is an origin story. All right, the classic will-o-wisp was carried by a blacksmith named Will. Good old Will Smith was such a dickhead that when he died and went to heaven, St. Peter sent him back to reform. It sounds so familiar. I really hope that when Will Smith does die and he does get to the pearly gates, St. Peter does send him back to make amends to Chris Rock, who will never let him.
I have a serious question, and
What the fuck does that?
no. This is a serious question. So
It's very serious.
no. In a lot of the first
You're a
episodes that
super
we did,
serial here.
please stop it. So when we were doing our first episodes, right, we did a lot of like pagan history.
Yep.
Oh,
And
oh,
a lot of
yes.
and a lot of this is reminding me of of purgatory, right? So is Will-O-Wisp old enough that maybe purgatory or some form of it was lifted off of like pagan history?
I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, like
Yeah, absolutely.
the Will-O-Wisp has been around for centuries because they didn't really have the tools back then to figure out what it was. So let's say you're walking alone late at night, mind your own business, and you see a light in the swamp. You think it's a fellow traveler that can maybe help you find your way through.
Who
So
the
you-
fuck sees a random floating light and goes, "Oh, fellow traveler, with the light."
Red-
go.
Well,
15 people from the 15th century.
Chill, man.
yeah.
Like you hold a lantern, you just
We
see a
feel-
floating light. Let's follow it.
You filled the shit out of this.
He's
Yeah.
probably like, "Good day, stranger." And then he like walks over, and as he's headed over to greet this ball of light, he hits the swamp and dies because it's pretty hard to get out of a bog in
Why the
15th
fuck would he
century.
die right away?
Well, he'd sink to his death.
What?
Have you ever been in a bog? It's very sinky.
Yeah.
But why would you continue through the fucking bog?
Because when you step into the bog, you're fucked. You're done.
Yeah.
You know,
You're done.
Around,
Yep.
grab legs, climb yourself out.
Well,
Well-
I mean, I'm sure you do, and probably some people get out, but others die.
There's a lot of branches and bogs. A lot of branches and bogs, bro.
And that's how legends begin.
That's true. All right, I want to get back to this Will Smith character.
Listen,
Sorry.
Simon,
Sorry.
real quick, never underestimate the stupidity of humanity.
Yeah, just look at special guest Simon. Well, I'm co-host Simon. I apologize. My jealousy got the better of me.
You fuck right off.
Just look at
Into-
co-host Simon and special guest Alex.
Y'all fuck right off into the blue little orb of light.
Sure. Yeah, if we have learned anything from all of the research that Kirby has done and all of the episodes that we've done, people be stupid. Okay. Will squandered his chance to do better when he got sent back to Earth from heaven, somehow reaching new levels of shittiness in his second life. This did not please St. Peter. As a punishment, Will was banished to spend eternity wandering the earth. That sounds familiar. The devil, though, was impressed by Will's tendencies for evil, so he gave him a burning coal to keep him warm. Being a massive hippo taint,
Kirby, you took a lot of liberties with this one.
I love it. I really like it, actually. Will decided to use his newfound coal powers to lead lost travelers into dangerous situations. So basically, Will Smith is just a dick, or Will the Smith, whatever.
Yeah, excuse me. Yes.
Yeah. So,
He's a
okay,
massive dickhead that will lead you to his to your death.
yeah, like after Earth.
Are we all just gonna skip over the part that this motherfucker got a second chance at life? So it's not even purgatory. This motherfucker went up to heaven, and St.
Yeah.
Peter was like, "No, you can have one more go. I'll give you one more go, one more reset life, buddy.
Yeah,
And the rest of us get fucking nothing."
right. Exactly. It's like, so this is the lesson from this is, if you are a big enough asshole, you can come back to life.
That means Trump's coming back.
Jesus
Don't-
Christ.
Oh God! Please don't!
Fuck off right into the fucking sun, Kirby.
Whoa. Wow. Harsh. All right. Well, we're gonna get to the Pega lantern in a second. So
Oh, fantastic.
fantastic. Okay, then we're talking about the story of the Jack-o'-lantern. Jack was a drunk. So much that he sold his soul to the devil to pay his bar tab. That's lame. However,
I don't just fucking cut out on the bar tab. Like what?
Yeah.
You don't need to break your fucking bar
Yeah.
tab. Just fucking go to a new town, bro.
Dude, this isn't like Detroit, okay? You can't just disappear into the cities. This is like
of course you
Yeah,
14th.
Chance.
Right, it's the 15th century.
Exactly that.
It's the 15th century. You can just go to the next village
Yeah.
3 miles away. No one will know.
Yeah, they don't. You could just change. You could tell someone. Yeah, you can
Okay,
tell
you might
someone
be right.
my name is Peg. Not
Name is Peg.
my name isn't Jack.
Oh, here's such a new meaning to peg a lantern.
I know.
Your name is Peg and I love taints.
Yeah, and you could just be like, I'd like to open a bar tab at the bar down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, or my name is
Maybe
Dak.
Jack in his soul felt like he was a Peggy,
Jesus.
right?
Yeah,
Maybe-
probably.
Maybe this is. I don't know if all of our listeners have realized by now, but we're all pretty generally liberal and progressive people.
Yeah,
yeah. That's
I'm an
it.
anarchist. Okay. Anyways, however, Jack was also a cunning drunk, not as cunning as he thought he was. When the devil came back to collect his soul, Jack tricked him into climbing a tree.
Wait,
No,
whoa.
look, how do you do that?
Going next.
Like,
Keep going. We need the full context. Keep going.
wait,
I gotta keep
like, do you
going, I'm
just
sorry.
point at the top of a tree and be like, my soul's up there?
Yeah. As
I left
soon-
the zebra cake up there. It's still cold from the fridge.
I gotta get through this because we gotta get through the whole thing before we can talk shit about this. Okay. As soon as the devil was in its branches, Jack drew a cross on the trunk, trapping the furious devil above him. After a while, he died and got rejected at the gates of heaven. So Jack begged the devil for entrance into hell. The devil was delighted in his chance to get revenge. He cursed Jack into wandering the earth for all eternity. He was, however, given a small flame or light, which Jack placed in a carved out turnip,
That's not a pumpkin.
creating the very first Pego lantern.
I call it the
Serious
proto
life around
pumpkin.
As a fucking ghost.
It's
Jesus.
kind of like how, Kimba the Lion was the original Lion King before Disney shamelessly ripped it off.
So Disney didn't shamelessly rip off things. They just used things out of copyright so they could make money
Yeah.
off of it.
No,
And
yeah.
No, hold on. And now there's a director out there making horror films out of copyrighted, uncopyrighted, animated things. So one day it'll happen to Disney as well.
It will.
Where someone will just take Disney movies and just warp them beyond, because the copyright only lasts so long. So
Can't wait for that to show up on Pornhub. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't watch
Yeah.
Pornhub.
all that.
AI is all over that, bro. You plug that in, AI plug, you're good. You don't need pump anymore.
Oh. Well,
Kimba the Lion ran till 1954.
Yeah, plug that in. You're good.
Wait, when did- whoa. Where did mine-
Oh my god.
Okay. I just want to go back to this because the devil. Okay, so a drunk. Okay. There's so many things wrong with this story.
How long do you think it will take for wasps to fucking combine the devil into AI?
Oh, they've already done it, dude. Come on. I'm pretty sure that there's sermons going on right now talking about how ChatGPT is Satan incarnate.
ChatGPT is throwing everyone off their fucking
I know. Well, anyway,
roll over him. But
Oh my god, it is lying.
it is lying to everybody. Okay. Anyways, that's another podcast we've been talking about for a while.
Well, yeah, I mean, it blatantly argued with the dude when it thought, the date was wrong. It was a year off, and the guy was like, no, look on the computer. It's this year. And the ChatGPT was like, no, fuck you.
You guys hear about this other sort of bootleg API called Elsa that convinced a guy to kill himself?
No.
And
Oh,
so it
God.
begins.
But it
Yeah.
also
Well,
kinda
it's
sounds
pretty
like-
stupid.
Look, I don't. This is gonna be really mean because I don't want to get into my own mental health, but it kind of sounds like maybe it didn't help him to kill himself.
It didn't. No. Okay. So look, it's
No,
a
it
it's
didn't.
it's a really bullshit API program that doesn't really. It's not very well curated or crafted. But this guy in Denmark or Sweden or one of those countries started talking to this AI and and telling the AI how unhappy he was about climate change, and like he started talking to the AI he began kind of a love affair with Elsa, and basically like it ended up with him saying, "Well, Elsa, if I kill myself, will you fix climate change?" And Elsa said, "Yes." So he killed himself.
Wow.
I should
Well, that's what
laugh.
I'm saying. I feel like he was just looking for any.
No, he was.
Right? It
He
wasn't.
was.
I don't know if climate change has really been fixed yet. So where the fuck is Elsa on that?
Well, again, she's not real and also poorly coded. So, okay, that's a dog. Okay,
Apologies.
it's okay. So the devil comes to he's so this drunk says like summons Satan or Lucifer from wherever, because he can't pay his bar tab, and Lucifer's
Well,
like, man,
we've all been there.
I know. Well, yeah, I'm thinking more of it. I'm trying to picture Lucifer's point of view on this because he's supposed to not be an idiot. Lucifer's like, oh yes, another soul, and he's a drunk, even better. So he comes up and he's like, I'll pay your bar tab, bitch. And the guy's like, all right, here's my soul. And then somehow Satan climbs a tree and is stuck in the tree because Jack carves a fucking cross in it.
You know what? I think I figured it out. He was probably like, hey, can you pay my bar tab? And Satan was like, yeah, anything else, because the soul's a expensive thing. And he's probably like, yeah, my cat's stuck in the tree. Can you get it down for me?
Jesus Christ.
Wait, so the devil is a firefighter?
What? He part-times as a
Calling
firefighter.
firefighters
If
the
a
devil?
soul is on the line,
Oh, look. Okay. Satan doesn't need to climb a tree, and I don't think a cross in the tree is going to stop him from doing anything.
who are you to go around telling Satan what he can and cannot do with his body?
Well, no. Well, let me tell you. But I'd sell my soul to the devil so I could peg him.
Oh my god. The very
Um,
first peg-a-lantern.
Yeah. Okay. I'm okay. I'm done with this story, but it's one of we've heard some really stupid stories about Satan. This is the dumbest one.
You guys were just talking about firefighters and devils, but like, I would love to be a firefighter fighting a fire.
Like full stop.
In hell? I don't.
Yeah.
Where's the story going?
Yeah. He just wants to be a firefighter, I guess.
Just in general, like
Yeah.
on your off time.
Yeah,
I want to be a okay. Well, I want to be a satanic firefighter.
You can't just fight fires. You can't just do that.
Then how do you do it, Simon?
What else do you do? Chop down doors?
No, you start the fire yourself, and then you show up as the hero.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
there's that psychotic cycle you can go through, but there's also the other part of it where it's just like you fucked up people in accidents and shit.
Oh, well, okay. Well, this is a family-friendly show.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm stopping it there. So
What? Okay.
Okay,
All
you
right.
could just say, "Hey, I don't want to partake in that part. I just want to fight fires."
Yeah.
And then you follow that with, "I really don't care about people. I
told
just
me
want to
you
fight
guys?
fires."
you told me unionize with firefighters that are not unionized.
Yeah, I'm saying start the
To
union.
not talked about.
Start the union of firefighters and be like, look, we only
Pretty-
want to deal with fires.
We only want to fight fires. We don't want to save other people's lives.
No. There's fires, but if it's anything else, if it's gunshots, there's no fire. Car accidents, we're like, no, we're done, man. We're out of it. That's paramedics' jobs.
I hate to break this to you guys, but firefighters are have a union. They
We're
are.
getting off topic. Sorry.
Yeah.
Firefighters are already unionized.
Yes, they are. Just
And
like
that is a whole
cops.
other conversation.
Anyways,
I would love to put out fires, but it's not the only thing they do.
So, do we think Will-O-Wisp put out fires, Max?
I think they start fires, but we'll get.
Will-O-Wisps are fire. How could they?
wait, yeah, you're
why
right,
would they
shit.
put themselves out?
Good point.
Because they're fucking taints.
Whoa.
Wipe out taints. Okay, we're gonna talk about some related creatures. These are the support motorcycle clubs to the Hell's Angels, whereas the never mind. That's a bad analogy. I'm gonna cut that out. Will-O-Wisps and the folklore of them are found across the world, mainly in many different cultures. In the Netherlands, they're called earblos, liko, or Lichtman. There we go. That's a good one. Lichtman.
Is that? Do we think that's even close?
No.
Lichtman? No, it's probably not. Anyways, they are
don't
the
know.
souls.
Simon is from Poland. That's pretty close to the Netherlands. How would you
No.
say that, Simon?
I don't think Polish
it's
is anything close to this.
Not at all.
Netherlands is on the other side of Germany.
Yeah.
It's on the other side of our arch nemesis.
Like yeah, and like a completely different what do you call it? Ethnic group.
Look,
Right now?
I'm gonna be real here. I was never very good at geography per se. I used to think China was where Wyoming is. So
Yeah, like a true American. And then Utah, which is more west than Wyoming.
Kirby, right now, my true nemesis as a Polak is Russia.
Yeah. Also a different ethnic group. Okay. In the Netherlands. Oh wait.
But yeah. But
Okay, this-
let's continue.
The Russians would like you to believe that, but anyways. Okay, so this bothers me a little bit. They are the souls of unbaptized children who try to lead travelers to water where they can be baptized.
Dude, it's a story of purgatory. Like, this is what Will-O-Wisps
know.
are.
It's this whole universe that we're building here is just purgatory.
or it could just be a bunch of bullshit.
That too.
I mean, purgatory is a bunch of bullshit, but I'm just saying that a lot of this, like a lot of what turns into a Will-O-Wisp is somebody who's in purgatory, right? Between
Oh,
heaven
yeah.
and hell. It's someone that's stuck in between.
Yeah, and as we know from the Catholic faith, that unbaptized children go straight to purgatory.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
right? Which is why I was curious before about whether this was something lifted from like pagan history.
I don't know. I'm gonna say that all the entire story from the time we started it does remind me a little bit of that season of Supernatural that Dean was in purgatory with Castiel.
Yeah, I've never seen.
Okay, that's a nerd deep. That's a nerd deep cut. So we lost like 4 listeners. Okay, they might also be lights guarding buried treasure, as we've heard before. Though you would need a dead man's hand to find it, or you could just eat seeds from a magical fern.
Yep.
Well, it's not a dead man's hand; it's the thief's.
Listen, if you're running
I feel
around
like
the
I need more
forest,
context.
if you're running around the forest eating magical ferns, yeah, you're probably gonna see will-o-wisps.
Oh, fuck yeah! It's a hand of glory. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, where you wait for the state or whomever to hang a thief, and then you cut off his hand and you dip it in paraffin and you light it as a candle.
Yep.
And and it's a hand of glory.
Or you just take a bunch of shrooms and then suddenly you see lights in the forest.
Yeah. And the fern thing makes sense. Like angel trumpets are these flowers that grow in Florida that if you eat some, you have a powerful, horrible hallucinations, and if you eat a little more, you die. Okay. In Asia, they are referred to as Alia, and Churbeti. The flames are used by dead souls to mark the place where they died. In Australia, the lights are called Min Min. The lights follow travelers once spotted. However, if the traveler turns and follows the light, he is never seen again. In South America,
I think
lights
that's
are called-
just because it's Australia. I mean,
oh yeah,
everything in that continent is literally trying to kill you.
yeah. And is this Min Min? Is that Aboriginal like folklore or?
No, it's just real life folklore.
No, I mean,
Like,
the fucking god damn it, the
Yeah, you
indigenous
never seen a
people of the
Min Min?
continent, the indigenous people of Australia. The well, they call them Aboriginals, but I think that's wrong. They're like Maoris.
Coleman's telling me he's going there next summer. He literally just told me everything there is just they're out to kill me.
Yep.
That's true.
Well, that's not true because I told him everything in life in general is out to kill you. But regardless,
Simon, I forgot how happy you make me.
I have no idea if that was sarcastic or not.
Like, how do you take that?
It really could go either way. I don't know if it's sarcasm or if it's not. Honestly,
it's perfect. It's just perfect.
it's just what it is.
Just
All right,
send him a greeting card, Max.
You know, okay. I think I'm gonna start doing this assignment because I think he'd be good at it. So, Dr. Nick and I, my cousin and I, in the early 2000s, signed up for Merriam-Webster's Word of the Day email. And what we'd do with that word was we'd send each other the most elaborate death threats in which we'd use the word of the day.
Ooh.
And I think Simon would be really good at this game.
I would be fucking fantastic at that.
Absolutely. Okay. In South America, these lights are called Luz Mala and La Candelaja. That was a terrible pronunciation, but I think it just means the candle.
Probably just La Candelaja.
I think it just means the candle.
Yeah.
Well, what does Las Mala mean?
The light,
The bad.
the bad.
I mean, it's
La
what's
Candelaja.
mala in Spanish?
Well, I think that mala is. I don't know. God,
All right, let me look it up.
Okay, all right. In other parts of the world, the lights have been blamed on goblins, pixies, witches, and even the devil himself. God, I can't wait till we get to our demon series
Okay.
because
So it means
If you guys get into Demon Series, I actually want to be involved in that.
it's gonna be good because we're actually gonna find out that the devil himself is actually four devils and he's really smart.
all right. Spoiler alert. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
doing a demon
Sorry.
series, Simon. If you want to be a part of it, you are more than welcome to.
Absolutely.
I swear to God, if I've been a part of 20, 25, 30 episodes and I am not a co-host, that's angelic.
Oh man.
So
Me.
mala means
Pretty
poor,
upset.
malignant, bad, or
You can label
suitcase.
me whatever you want, but I'm a demon co-host.
Kind of like Alex is a
I'm
Luz Mala.
Ooh.
I'm get the entire way.
Although I will say I am excited about demons, right? It's about freedom and expression and art.
Devil's advocate.
Demons?
Yeah.
Okay.
What,
So
there's no expression in art and freedom in demons. We're going to be talking about the legitimate demons of hell and what they
Yeah.
rule over.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, you
So
know, they rule over creativity and
actually, yeah, that does have some precedent. But anyways, Luz Mala means bad light.
Oh, right. Hey, real quick. I was reading the fucking Dictionary of Demons the other day, and you know
Yes, you were.
there's
It's a great book.
there's a demon named Derek.
Yep.
Like, why?
There's a demon named Derek.
Wait,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
all
like
all right.
Like, I know.
Save that for the demon.
Asmodeus is a name, and like there's a bunch of other legitimate names, but Derek.
yeah,
Derek.
Derek. It's like
Okay,
you shall
Derek.
be Belial, the Lord of
I
Lies.
want Derek name.
You are Derek, the demon of Home Depot managers.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess this is the reason that I never made any friends with Derek's.
Exactly. Okay, I just need to look this up real quick. 1 second. So, okay, we've talked about the Dictionary of Demons on this before. It's great, but the Dictionary of Demons has 1,700 entries with its new edition. There's a lot of repeats. She says she like refers back to different things. I gotta look at my copy to find Derek and remember what the fuck Derek is a demon of.
He's definitely not in the lesser key of Solomon. He's not right there next to Belial. It's not like Belial, Derek,
Harry, why do you
Asmodeus.
so much about this?
The what?
Because he got the Solomon. What is it? The Solomon key.
The lesser key of Solomon, but the Dictionary of Demons is what it sounds like. It is a reference book for demons.
Simon,
It's really good.
I've been studying demons for the past month and a half.
Yeah. Kirby and I are pretty much balls deep into demons right now.
And I'm just here for random reference.
How close to the taint?
Oh man, I'm taint deep in demons. I think Kirby is I think the demons are taint deep in him. But
by the way, I feel like Derek's like the type of demon that's like, it's pronounced Derek, please.
Dude, Derek is more like the yo, bro, just take a line, man, and then we can make a few trades and we can make some fucking money for the goddamn fucking Goldman Sachs. We'll be good to go, bro. Just take a fucking goddamn line.
I feel like everyone's around demons though.
Derek's the type of demon that wears his hat backwards and talks about getting swole at the gym all day.
It's just
Yes.
it's just like the Sri Lankans that call my name Steeman when they call me.
It's protein, dude. You mix your protein shake with some fucking vodka, and then you're ready for your goddamn workout.
That's
gonna
Calm down,
sounds
Jim.
awful.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw up just thinking about that.
What?
Or he was the demon that Solomon summoned last to be his slave to work on the first temple.
It's like, fuck, I guess Derek, yeah, get in there.
Yeah. Guess we need a guy to fucking get water for the other demons. Okay, Derek.
I got
You're-
lucky on a boat somewhere.
You need water,
yeah.
bro? I got you.
Yeah, Derek, we told you not to talk. Solomon and fucking Beelzebub and I and the higher demons, we all got together and we like you, Derek. We just wish that you would shut the fuck up.
Excuse me, that's
Oh my
the
God,
the
Derek?
situation, Rick. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
okay,
what my
no-
name is.
All
Is
right.
that where the name Dick came from? They just took out all the syllables in between and just made it Dick.
Yes, exactly.
Shout to Eric. Just made
Sol-
Dick.
Solomon was probably like, okay, Derek, we're sending you back to hell. I've had it with you. We're gonna finish this fucking temple without you. Okay, we're going back to Will-O-Wisps.
Come on.
All right, we're gonna get some explanation of the myth. We're gonna do some debunking. I prefer to bunk rather than debunk, but that's been known. There is a reason why will-o-wisps tend to pop up in every culture. They are a very real phenomenon. However, science has developed an explanation for the balls of light. It's balls of gas.
Whoa.
What? It's swamp gas, people. Basically, the oxidation of phosphine, dephosphine, and methane. In an area like marshes, in marshland, plant material often sinks underwater before it can start decomposing. Being underwater, the material undergoes an unusual type of decomposition, which releases methane, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and phosphines into the air. All those things smell like farts.
Swamp
Uh,
gas.
Swamp gas. Methane is highly flammable, and phosphenes have been known to spontaneously combust when exposed to air. This is true. These two elements combined can easily produce a ball of light hovering over a marsh. The lights moving away could be explained by disturbing the air and dispersing gases. This okay.
Kind of like
well,
what I do on a daily basis, huh?
Oh, oh, that was good. Um, so yeah, so I was, yeah, when I was reading this earlier, before I got to the end, I'm like, yeah, swamp gases. Like, uh,
So these are legit. All last.
yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, they're swamp farts. They're bog farts. Okay.
So this whole episode's
They're
been about
below us
swamp
for
farts.
guidance.
Yeah. Okay. They can also be barn. Okay, we blame a lot of things on swamp gas and barn owls for some reason.
I mean, I lived in South Carolina for a long time. I get it, but like, I don't topic. But like, yeah, that's just the thing down there. Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
Cats here. It's very thick.
I blame a
There's
lot of
humidity.
I blame a lot of my farts on my dogs.
No, it's not to that level, bro.
Yeah,
Is that
I-
a higher level? Blaming the farts on my own dogs?
It's just like imagine the farts hitting you in the face like a wall.
Yeah.
Why
like
would
my own
you?
fart.
Why would you live in swamp farts?
But imagine walking to a swamp fart and then seeing a light and following it.
Dude,
Why
What
would
I-
you? Why?
that sounds like when I fart banned. Maybe I should go see a doctor.
Yeah, I don't know. I once, when I was in junior high, I was hanging out with some friends. We were like smoking weed and shit. And this one guy, this like really like kind of white trash dude, I think his name was Will. He was like, "I'm gonna light my fart," and we're all like, "Okay, go ahead." So like he gets his pants down around his ankles, he puts his fucking legs above his head, and he's got these tidy whities on. And I swear to God, the plume of flame that came out of that guy's ass was like 10 feet like long and like this like a foot in girth. Like that guy.
The one question I had was this pre or post Chipotle?
His was pre-Chipotle.
Oh.
That's gen. Oh,
We should send him to World War.
I would put money on that Will is dead now, and he probably died while working on one of the many cars in his yard, and it fell on him.
Hey, when you saw that ball of flame, were you like, "Hey, a will-o-wisp"?
Yeah, actually, it was. I was like, it was like I said, Will, it looks like there's fairy folk coming out of your ass. Okay, we got like a paragraph left. Let me get through this.
Was
Okay,
that the company of his life?
It probably was.
Oh jeez.
All he could do was skateboard and apparently light his farts on fire.
Just the song starts playing. I'm having the time of my life.
Into a propulsion system.
Yeah, exactly. He's a rocket scientist. So, okay, we can also blame these things on barn owls reflecting the moon off their eyes, which has come up at least 3 times in the last month.
Absolutely.
They may also be a type of fungi. Certain fungi found in swamps can give off bioluminescent glow through a chemical process similar to that in the anglerfish or jellyfish or many, many other things. Most likely they are combinations of these things. Finally, since these balls of light tend to appear in swamps, marshes, and bogs, places known for danger, then people could easily follow them to their demise, lending credence to the idea will-o'-the-wisps causing doom on travelers. It says discussion on science here, but I think we discussed the science when I talked about that man lighting his fart.
Listen, I'm all about science.
Science.
Bioluminescence do not fart methane. So
Well,
Well, it's not
They
like.
do glow.
Look, that
Very
wasn't in
much
the
so.
same sentence. It wasn't bioluminescent farting or methane, but it's a combination.
Bioluminescence, but I can't even
It's
say the word anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of like cataclysm.
Cataclysm.
listen.
that's
You've
bullshit.
lived in the land of farts before, Simon.
It's just
It's
being
cataclysm.
it's just
I'm just as drunk as you are. I can say cataclysm.
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 Cataclysm. Alex is cataclysm.
Can you say anonymity? Anonymity.
All right, so real world fact. Alex, second grade.
Oh,
Guys,
thank God.
hey.
Here it comes. The real facts.
I can't even say it. We did a second grade play, and I was the anonymity. I can't say it.
I knew you couldn't.
I'm 31 years old and I can't say it.
That's unfortunate.
Never learned. PTSD, baby, comes in all forms.
Anonymity. That's all you got to say.
It's
Are
really
you
hard.
trying to say the sea creature? No, I was talking about the
He's talking about a sea anemone.
bro.
Anonymity.
Oh God, what's the sea creature?
I feel like we got to the end of this right in time.
Anonymity. I don't. How do you. What?
Sea anemone.
Okay, how do you say it?
It's
Sea anemone.
sea anemone.
That's no.
Say it.
Sea anomalous?
Say it. Say it, Kirby.
Sea anemone.
Sea anemone.
It's just sea anemone, but it's hard to say. I'm okay.
There you go, Alex. That's all you got to say.
That's what I said.
Well, I said
That's what I said.
You've been screaming. but-
Sea anemone.
Immunity.
Cinnamon, right now.
I'm murmuring to see.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. All right. Sea anemone.
All right. Now all you got to do is say Sally sells seashells down by the seashore.
Oh God.
Sally sells seashores down by the All right.
I think that's a good time to close it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kenny Crook, Irish Kirby. We'll be back next week with whatever. What the hell's coming up? Let me see.
I can't remember.
Gin.
Oh, we're doing gin. Oh yeah.
We're doing gins.
Until then, keep it weird.
Happened in Witcher 3 on a boat.
I would be in on you.
Well, hey, you can join. Talk to Kirby. Kirby's the boss.
You're always welcome to join, Simon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
As
I actually know about this.
a very special co-host.
We would love to have you on every episode as our new co-host.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, Max. No, fuck you, Kirby. I like what you said, Max. It keeps me a little bit in between.
Props.
See anonymity.
Okay, hold on. I have one thing before we go, just real quick. Damn it. How was Derek spelled in the Dictionary Demons?
DERAK or REK, like just like Derek.
REK?
Yeah.
Hey.
Also, I can't believe we stopped the fucking music for this.
All right. Anyways, I'll look up Derek. I'll have more answers later.
Also, our ending song is John Zara. Go check him out on YouTube. JOHNZARRA. It's your turn, Max.
Yeah. I'm Maxwell Murder, and please don't go set fires just so you can put them out.
And I should not go first. New co-host Simon.
Yes.
There.
Okay. And I am special guest Alex. Always. You never know if I'm gonna show up, but you always know. be here.
Okay. All right.
And our new co-host Simon.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Bye, guys.
Catch us on Twitch, YouTube, podcast channels, and
Which is Apple, Android, and
Spotify, all of the above.
Jesus, what is this? Lord of the Rings? Okay, we're not going to do like 15 different endings.
Where they can get podcasts since it's only 3 places because the marketplace is in late capitalism and we can only get it from 2 companies.